Still a few people having trouble joining, it seems. Yeah, we're getting started in just a minute.
Hello, everyone. Alright, should we get started? I think there are some people having issues joining. It might be a problem with the stream provider. You guys may just have to watch on the video stream. If you can paste any errors you get on Discord, we'll get the engineering team to take a look afterwards. We've had some issues with streaming providers today.
Yeah, we really appreciate everybody being involved and working with us here. We ready to open the door and make our way inside?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go.
All right, let's head in.
All right, let's go.
Come inside.
Good job.
GMGM.
GMML, that's the one you like, right, Paul?
Yeah, GMML.
Oh, it's so morning. Hi guys,
Good
good
morning.
morning. Hi.
Good morning.
Wow, I actually see a grill in here. One of the grills gang.
Hi. Welcome. That looks so cool.
That is a cool girl.
Really cool. Nice.
All right, should we get started? Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Stopping the music.
Outside of this side. All right, so I think that we could get the slideshow started probably. Awesome. So we noticed that a lot of new people are in here, some Bored Apes probably, and definitely some, I see a Girls Gang visibly. But big news earlier this month was our partnership with Yuga Labs and working with them on their other side Metaverse. Let's see here. Paul, why don't you talk a little bit about the partnership and everything involved with that?
Yeah. Sorry, I just lost my screen. Here we go. Can people hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up on the emotes if you guys can hear me okay. Press B. Oh yeah, see some thumbs up. Nice. So I think the big news this month was the new partnership we have with Yuga Labs. So basically, we've been working with these guys for a while and been chatting to them, and we basically been talking about how we can collab together. So we announced a partnership with them earlier this month. Basically, what that means is that the Bored Apes and then any other kind of Yuga assets that are part of the other side metaverse will be brought on top of the Somnia network. That will mean they can be used across any experience that's built on top of Somnia. So you'll be able to take your Bored Ape, not just the other side, but other experiences as well, which would be awesome because that's kind of the vision of the metaverse, having these interoperable worlds where you can go anywhere and use your stuff anywhere. We've also been collabing on the quest side, so anyone that owns Bored Apes, Mutant Apes, Coders, or other deeds will get boosts. Those will publics for the quests we're currently running. This is really exciting for us, really cool to have be working with such a big name, getting the Yuga community. We've been talking to loads of the smaller projects that are part of like Ape DAO, really excited to see how we kind of take this forward and kind of bring the apes to the metaverse.
Yeah, that's definitely very exciting news. So let's move on to the next slide, show team. So now let's talk a little bit about our big product release this month, the Metaverse browser, which is now live. I want to talk to one of our devs, see if he could walk us through its key features and explain how it improves user experience for the Metaverse. Ignacio, do you want to take that question?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. So we released the Metaverse browser back in the middle of May. The idea of this is basically giving you an executable, a downloadable program for both Windows and Mac. Right now, it's PC only, but we're also going to be working on a mobile app version. And the difference with this is first, we are curating the applications that can be accessed through the browser. So we are ensuring that everything that you see there is basically safe. We know that the crypto is very adversarial, and sometimes it feels like everyone is out to get us, but the browser gives us like a walled garden of applications. And also we are working on abstracting away most of the inconveniences associated with crypto. So the Metaverse browser basically creates a wallet under the hood, and it handles all the wallet interactions for you without you needing to connect your MetaMask with valuable assets or you needing to connect and confirm transactions at every step of the way. So that's why we also have from within the Metaverse browser this wallet linking functionality where you can just say, hey, this is my Metaverse browser wallet, but my external wallet, my MetaMask wallet is this one. We're currently using Worm XYZ for this. So you can prove that your MetaMask wallet is holding certain assets, Bored Apes, Grill Gangs, etc. But you don't need to expose it to even to any of our own applications. So that's basically the big picture of what the Metaverse browser is. We will be updating it with new apps, with new features very, very soon.
Awesome.
Yeah, I do
That's
want to
great.
say thank you to all the community for picking up the browser. It's an early piece of tech, as you guys have probably seen. It has some rough edges, but it's been really cool seeing people using it, giving us feedback. We learned a lot, and we're gonna be improving it a lot over the next coming months.
Can you speak to any of those improvements yet, Paul, or are we gonna wait to talk about that later?
I think we'll talk about that later. We'll go through the whole kind of next part of the roadmap and stuff later in the talk.
All right, that sounds good. And I got so excited to get into the Metaverse browser that I passed through you two introducing yourselves. So, Ignacio, why don't you start off introducing yourself? And since Paul has the next question, I'll get him to do that before he answers that one.
Sure. Yeah, maybe I should have started with that one. Hello, I'm Ignacio. I'm head of engineering here at Somnia. Together with Francisco, we are the core team in charge of developing the different Somnia products. And to the marketing team, we are basically thinking how to bring the Metaverse to more and more consumers and trying to get more people in this fantastic world with us.
Perfect. So, how about Paul? You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. So, hey, folks. My name is Paul. I am the founder of the Somnia project. So I'm the guy who's kind of helping shape the vision, take it to market, and do all that kind of stuff.
Perfect. And my name is John Vibes. I like to call myself the Chief Vibe Manager of Somnia. I handle a lot of the content and stuff like that. I have a long history in crypto. But yeah, let's move back to the questions. Are there any major partnerships that we recently announced, Paul? And any upcoming? Sal can talk about that afterwards if he can speak.
Yeah, so obviously we talked at the top of the call about the UK partnership. That's been a big one. The other one has been with Grills Gang. So that's obviously another really cool NFT project. I think we wanted to work with the Grills Gang because direct-to-creator DC has been kind of a prolific user of MML, and MML is really core to how we're building interoperability with Somnia, and the content he's been putting out with the MSquared team has been awesome. And so I was really pleased to be able to work with Grills Gang and direct-to-creator. He's a great guy. In terms of next, Sal, do you want to lean on this, or do you want me to fill it in?
Let's see if he could get the mic check since this is his first AMA. It's
Yeah, Sal's new. He joined the business a couple of days ago.
Oh, so you have to press B.
And if that doesn't work, you could try to walk up to next to the microphone in the circular area. All right, so I think we might have to have Paul take that one.
Yeah, I'll go through it. So I think I can't name names with the next partnerships because it will be leaking stuff out. But essentially, you'll be seeing some stuff with some big other metaverses in the space that we'll be doing partnerships with and doing collabs with. That will kind of be enabling their metaverse to be built on top of Somnia, enable all the interoperability that we have, and then also have some kind of quest systems for those metaverses. We'll also be doing some stuff with some user-generated tools, which will allow you to build your own MML objects and your own interoperable objects yourself. And we'll be doing some collabs and partnerships there, which you'll see announced over the kind of next month or two. So more content in terms of metaverses, more content in terms of NFT projects, and then also some tools to help you build stuff.
Awesome. Well, speaking of tools and building, we released a new avatar builder, and I want to talk to one of our other devs, Francisco, a bit about that. But first, Francisco, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, guys. I hope you're having a good time. My name is Francisco. I work with Ignacio as a software developer, mainly in the front-end side. And yes, basically I'm responsible for the avatar builder. Thank you, John.
Perfect. Yeah. So about the avatar builder, how was it received by the community, and are there any like standout customization options or feedback that you've received?
Yes, sure. Basically, I think in general the experience was very good. We were able to mint over around 100,000 avatars, and basically at the beginning you were just able to mint like the male avatars. Then we implemented the female avatar, and then we realized that the technology was going a little bit slow, mainly because of the avatar technology we were using. And right now we are working in a version with with more assets and yes, and a better technology that works much faster. So I hope the community will like it.
Awesome. Yeah. So 100K, that's a really good number. Definitely very impressive. So I want to talk to Michelle, our marketing manager, about any other trends or data that we've been able to gather from that, and also introduce yourself as well, Michelle.
Hi everyone. This is Michelle. I'm leading the marketing team at Somnia. And yeah, like as you mentioned, we are very impressed that we hit 100K avatars in a very short time. Very help you guys very been interesting, or it's so heartwarming to see that how enthusiastic our community is. So thanks to all the Somnia. For the trends and analytics side, we see that a lot of people are hungry to read through our blog articles. I was surprised that everyone's actually interested in educational pieces as well than we thought. And also we have huge number of followers growing on Twitter in a very short time too. Also, a lot of people are reading through our blog articles and interest in coming to our Discord and Telegram too. So I'd like to thank to all the Somnia. And I know there are a lot of people in the community are the first leader that loves to try it out and loves to join the very new projects and spread the words together. So I'd like to thank to everyone. And thanks for coming to this experience too.
Yeah, thank you everyone. That was great. So let's move on to the next slide, show team. Okay, so we had some big events this month in the Metaverse, from Edison's space race to the Cosmopop listening party with Alexa. Does anyone want to share any of the major highlights from the Metaverse events, or give a preview of what's next? That would be Paul.
Yeah, I can go through that. So I think these events were pretty cool. We got a few hundred people to go to both of them. The music one was quite cool to like. It had like this like underground rave kind of vibe. You can see at the picture here, and we had like Alexa's music playing. People were kind of emoting to kind of fill up bars. So there's like these mini game mechanics. I thought it was a really cool, fun experience. And we're going to be doing more of this with more K-pop artists, which is going to kind of bring in kind of a more global audience to the metaverses on top of Somnia. And then the Edison Space Race was a very cool kind of gaming-like experience where you got to kind of float through space and had to do these time trial style games. I personally tried to play them for about an hour. I didn't get anywhere near the top 10, but I think there was a prize at the end as well if you got the top 10. So I would look out for these events because there are kind of rewards and incentives associated with them. And also, we obviously have quests as well to bring people to the events. So in terms of upcoming stuff, it's going to be some more of the same. There's a football metaverse called Victory League where we're doing some stuff with. There'll also be some more K-pop events. There'll be some more Edison events. And then you may see some other events with some big brands that we work with coming soon. I can't tell you exactly what those are, but maybe if you look at previous events we've done before and think about what could be coming next, that may give you a hint.
Awesome, awesome. Let's move on to the next slide. The dream hunt. Oh. I'm not sure where the slide is. Anyway, let's just talk about the points dream hunt and yeah, Dagan, do you want to introduce yourself and talk about what kind of quest users can expect and how the rewards work?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for the introduction, John. Can everyone just thumbs up if they can hear me? I think they should be able to. Yeah, all good. Awesome. Hey everyone, I'm Dag, or Dagan in real life, and I'm the head of community at Somnia, the king of quests, and also the person you always see in Discord, Telegram, etc., doing all the announcements. So we've had quite a fun time with the points and quest programs at Somnia. We recently launched BetaNet just a few months ago, and we did season 1. And now we're into season 2, which is the Somnia Points Dream Hunt, where we're celebrating the launch of a lot of the products that you're going to be using in and around Somnia. That includes the Metaverse browser, which was the focus of the start of the Somnia Points Dream Hunt, and some of you even attended today through the browser. But in the future, we'll have a lot more things coming, such as quests around the playground and around different partnerships that we have going on. But yeah, just recently we launched the Girls Game partnership. We have a bunch of more events coming up, and there's a lot of quests around attending those events, using your avatars, and actually interacting with a lot of our Metaverse products that you can use. You'll eventually be able to use on the Somnia chain. In terms of quests, we've been hearing a lot of feedback from the community around Galaxy, around Zeely, and around our other different tools that people are using. And we've heard that feedback loud and clear, and we'll be improving a lot of the quest systems so that they are best. They're set up in the best way possible for our community to complete them, and also be able to claim rewards for all of the stuff that they're doing. So feedback has been heard around that, and we're working on improving all of those systems. And also, we are aware of the issue with Galaxy as well, because they just Twitter changed their APIs, and there's some issues with license, that sort of thing. So all of that's been heard. We're improving it, working on it, and we're really excited to launch on our next quest programs very, very soon. One last shout out I want to give, because not many people have seen it yet, but we launched a new quest program on Guild. So if you've checked out Somnia's Guild, or if you haven't seen it yet, we're doing kind of a longer term program there, and we released a blog post around it. There are some cool rewards in there, so do check it out. And we look forward to having a lot more of the community join us in our quest programs as they evolve throughout season 2, season 3, and 4. Thank you, John.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so show team, could you go back to that consensus slide, the pink one? Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody in the audience was at the Consensus Conference this year, but we had a big booth and a lot of side events, and we really made a big impression, including airport ads and mobile advertisements around Austin that kind of contributed to the visibility of the event. Do you want to talk about that, Michelle?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So at Consensus, we plan to have the most exposure possible. This is one of the biggest conference for the crypto audiences, and we are pretty much on new projects that we want to have all the brand exposure throughout the conference. So first step was whoever came to Austin was able to see Somnia advertisement all over the place in the airport. And we have a massive booth at the conference that we can talk to a lot of retail investors and partners and etc. too. And other thing we did was mobile bus advertisement. So not even, because not many people coming to conference itself, but going to different side events and walk around Austin will be able to see Somnia branding and some educational videos, etc. too. And other thing is we have partnered with 6 different events with almost no cost. So thankfully to our team and myself as well, we have been around in crypto for a while. We have good partners. So we partner with OKX Halbon, Circake, and many different other partners that we are able to swap the sponsorship, which means that we are presenting our banners and merch and able to speak about Somnia at different events, and while we are inviting these partners to our event. So we had over 300 to 400 people turn up to the event as well too. So it was overall very successful conference. We see a lot of people come up to our booth, and we saw you guys at the airport or on the street, or we came to your event and etc. too. So I think it was a good beginning of conference this year as well to meet a lot of people who are working in this industry and get our name out. So it was really good. First, we should talk about these our mascot, John. This mascot in your room currently has been really popular. It was a great and unique idea about it. Why we come up with this idea, and can you explain through what was the response we received from the attendees?
Yeah, so you could see the avatar on the screen, and basically the concept behind that was our protocol allows creators to build with each other and collaborate across different platforms and blockchains and things like that. And we wanted to emphasize the ability for collaboration. So we brought this avatar and we brought a bunch of paint markers, and we encouraged everybody at the conference to add something to it. Our expectation was that people would draw on it, you know, like give it features and things like that. But it ended up taking a new direction where everybody ended up just wanting to leave their mark and sign it to kind of commemorate the conference, which actually worked out really cool too, because it was fun for people to watch it transform from like a blank slate at the beginning of the week to what it ended up at the end. And it also just everybody kind of wanted to leave their mark on it and leave their name on it and do something creative there. So it brought a lot of people to the booth. So that was very exciting. And I will add on to the point made about the events that we're doing similar things for ECC. So if you're out there and you're involved with the project, please reach out to us if you want to be involved with one of the events. So let's speaking of the side events, our side events at Consensus were packed. Does Francisco want to talk about some of the highlights or just key moments that you remember?
Yes, bueno, I remember we had a lot of interest in our technology and our products, and it was a great experience to talk with everyone on the event. So yes, in general, it was awesome.
Perfect. Yeah, we had our Uniting Society side event at the end of the week to kind of end things off, and it was almost it was pretty much packed capacity. At some point, you know, there were going to be too many people in there, and we had 3 large rooms, 2 floors, and an outside area. It was a great venue. Everybody had a really, really good time, and a lot of connections were made. And we also, as described earlier, had a lot of collaboration events. So yeah, let me
We had a lot of influencers come to the booth and interview you, John, too, right? You want to talk about the rich cake?
Yeah. I don't know what I haven't seen the video come out. I'm hoping that they end up using the footage, but I got into a argument, I guess you could say, with a finance bro who was pretending that he worked for JP Morgan. And he was basically an influencer cutting some content. You're probably familiar with the guy. And we were having a lot of fun. And a crowd kind of formed around the booth to watch the scene that we were creating. He was basically trying to ask me if he could buy the avatar, and the scene was me telling him that I'd sell him an NFT of it, but not the real thing. And it just kind of led to him trying to understand NFTs and getting angry and storming away. So that was a lot of fun. I hope that he releases that on his channel soon. It'll be fun to see if he uses the content. So the next product we have coming out, I think we gave some hints about it earlier, but we're getting ready to release the Playground. Can you give us a brief overview of the Somnia Playground and its key features, Ignacio?
Yeah, sure. So the Playground is going to be basically the next step, or how I see next step after the avatar. Now we have the avatars, and you need to be able to do something with that, right? So the Playground is basically a platform where you can create basically your own world, your own 3D world, kind of like the space that we're currently in, but okay, less detailed because this is awesome, right? And we're doing the first version, but you could choose between 3 different environments: desert, a forest, and then a snowy landscape. And then you can get your avatar within that space. And you can also invite friends over. So you could be and meet this, be and meet just the way that we are here, and have like party, have a meeting with friends or with your community. For first version, it's only going to be available to have like the chat, like the one that you have up on the left corner of the screen. But on the future, we will probably be enabling voice meetings and other features. So that's basically it. You create your world, you use your avatar into that world, and then you can invite friends over.
That's amazing. That sounds great. I'm sure this guy dancing in the front row is going to love it. So, let's see. Can you walk us through the process of creating and publishing a Metaverse experience on the Somnia Playground, Paul? I'm kind of interested in how the mechanics of that are going to work.
Yeah, so as kind of said, the Playground is really targeted at like anyone being able to create their own pieces of the Metaverse. So it's going to be really easy. Well, it should be really easy. So all you'll have to do is go to the Playground webpage. You can either do that from the Metaverse browser or from your normal browser like Chrome. You'll then be able to select a few different predefined worlds, click some buttons, select your avatar, and then it will kind of create you a world, which you'll then be able to share with other people. So literally it's just a few mouse clicks, and then we do all the kind of heavy lifting in the back end. So the first version will just allow you to make kind of like a blank world. We have a few different themed worlds, and then you can invite your friends and chat with them in that world. And then what we'll be adding in the future is more kind of customization options to allow you to bring in outside objects, create your own little space, which you could make like your own little music concert, your own little house, whatever you want to make in the Metaverse. It's completely up to you. But it's really user-friendly, really easy. You can literally just do it with a few clicks.
That sounds amazing. So, aside from that, do we have any other kind of like upcoming events or releases or even upgrades to old products that you want to talk about?
Yeah, we've got quite a few things coming up. So I think, as you guys are aware, you guys have been using the Metaverse browser, and we've been really pleased with like the community's uptake and using that. I'm very happy about that. But what we've seen through the data is there's a lot of people on mobile devices trying to use it. So the first thing we're doing is working on a mobile version. That will probably take quite a while to kind of create and bring out there because mobile apps are not easy to make. So I think in the short term, what we'll be doing is giving you more user flows that you can just use a web browser like Chrome or Safari to access all the different apps and do all the different quests rather than having to do them all through the Metaverse browser. So that's one major thing. The next major thing is we'll be coming out with a new avatar builder. So this basically will be much faster than the current one. I think we've had a lot of feedback with the current one that's quite slow and takes time to build an avatar. So we're coming out a new one where you can build a whole new avatar, super fast, super slick, lots more customization as well. With that, we're going to be eventually allowing you to kind of create your own customizable pieces. So you can create your own outfits, create your own accessories, and then publish those, eventually maybe even sell them. The other thing we're working on is improvements to the Quest app and the Wallet app. So we'll be adding a lot more things like the ability to show your score, to see your boosts based on your linked NFTs, making the wallet linking more effective and efficient. So that's another major change and addition we'll be bringing out over the next couple of weeks. And then obviously the Playground is going to be the big release, which will probably happen near the end of this month. So basically making it easier for people to use stuff, making stuff faster, making stuff better, all across the current product suite, and then the new playground to give you guys a slice of the metaverse.
Awesome. I'm really excited for that one. So I want to also introduce one of our new members of the team, Isaac, and also have him talk about how the community members can stay updated and actively participate in all these exciting developments.
Hello, yeah, thanks for the intro, John. Hello, everyone. I'm Isaac. I'm the social media guy at Somnia. And in terms of the community staying updated and kind of actively participating in all our development, as well as kind of like connecting with us, I would definitely recommend to join our Discord and Telegram, because it's probably the best place to kind of get real-time updates and basically participate in discussions and then engage with other community as well. I'd also recommend following us on social media, obviously. So keep your eye on our Twitter, LinkedIn, then Reddit as well for all the latest news, announcements, activities, and community activities as well. I'll say we do share like a lot of valuable content and updates through these platforms. And also, we recently set up our X community. So it'll be fun to have you all there. We set it up like this week. It'll be good to have you all on there to make it like more engaging on X. So if you head to our Twitter profile, you'll see it linked right in there, and you can just click on and join. We'll be happy to have you. And also definitely check out our blog as well. I'll say like our blog is like a treasure trove of like a lot of articles of like what we are doing, industry insights, and then probably like our product updates as well. So I think it's a great resource for staying informed on exactly what is happening at Somnia. And yeah, I think the last thing I'll also recommend is participating in events and then AMAs just like this one. So this is a great way to kind of ask your questions and then get direct answers from us as well. And I think that's pretty much it. Yep. Thank you, John. Right back at you.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. And we have just a few questions from the community. One I've actually been getting quite a bit, and this is how close we are to completing the beta net and moving on to the next phase. I guess their assumption is testnet. Is that how the roadmap is going to work? And if so, do we have any timelines on that? I think Paul would probably be the best person to answer.
Yeah, so the next phase actually will be DevNet. So that will be the first version of the blockchain being released and enabling developers to start building on top of it, and then the community to start interacting with it and using it. So currently we're looking at Q3 for that. So probably will be around beginning of October, end of September sort of timeframe. So that will be the kind of big next phase for us, because obviously that will be the first time the blockchain is in public. We'll be doing loads of scale tests. We'll be doing loads of kind of blockchain-specific incentive schemes. Then after that, we roll to testnet. I think that will be at the end of this year, maybe the beginning of next year, and then mainnet in kind of Q2 next year is sort of what we're looking at in terms of roadmap. Now, I will caveat these timelines. Building technology is always tricky. Things go wrong, things go right, and as we kind of release stuff and get it in front of you guys and have you using it, we'll be getting feedback, and those timelines may change. But that's currently what we're looking at and what we're doing. We'll be obviously releasing more tools as well to help people build content and help people use the metaverses and go to the metaverses and build avatars and all that kind of stuff as well. Those will be coming over the next few months.
Awesome. Sounds great. And if anybody wants to ask any questions in the chat, feel free to do that as well, and we'll try to get to it. We only have a couple minutes left, but we'll definitely try to see what we can get to. One of the big questions we had from the Discord was the value and utility of the OG Somnia NFTs over time, and just how early adopters will be, I guess, rewarded. You could say, although we can't get too much into specifics, I'm sure.
Yeah, we can talk about what is public. So obviously you guys know with the OG Somnia NFT, you get quest boost rewards. So you get 50% boost to any points you accumulate through the quest. And that's scaled. So if you have 5 OG Somnia NFTs, you'll get 5 times 50. The other thing about those is if you also hold a Yuga asset, that goes up to 100%. So if you own, say, an other deed and an OG Somnia NFT, that OG Somnia NFT would give you 100% boost. So that's the first way where essentially you're getting boost for the quests. The other way that we're looking at doing things is giving people kind of early access to things, giving people sneak peeks behind the scenes. We're really looking at the OG Somnia community as kind of our first early adopters, and we want to kind of get them behind the scenes a bit more and get them more involved in how we're building stuff. So yeah, there will be more utility than that. We may or may not also enable that OG Somnia NFT to become an NFT on mainnet at some point, which then will make it tradable for real money. Yeah, I can't say if we're doing that or not, but that may happen.
Great, very interesting. So I saw a question pop up here in the chat that I've been asked quite a bit, and that's our view on decentralization. Obviously, trade-offs always happen in blockchain, and we're creating a fast blockchain. So do we have any kind of thoughts on that, Paul?
Yeah. So there's a few elements of decentralization. So I don't think we are. So in terms of the chain itself, it will be a fully decentralized chain. So currently, when we're running early tests of the blockchain, we're running across 100 nodes globally. That though could scale up significantly more to like 1,000 nodes. But in terms of decentralization, it will be permissionless, so anyone can kind of use it and bring validated nodes to the network. But the validated nodes will have to be of a certain performance level and certain networking characteristics in order to be part of the network. So it's not going to be as decentralized as something like Ethereum, where you can pretty much bring most computing devices and become a node on the Ethereum network. But it is going to be more decentralized than some other chains out there, which literally just run across 4 or 8 nodes. So it's kind of like in the middle, I would say, in terms of decentralization and the chain. The project itself is going to be very decentralized. There's obviously every single metaverse built on top of the Somnia network is fully sovereign, so it can have its own currency. It's not connected in any way, so there's lots of decentralization there. There's obviously going to be loads of people building applications and building content, so there's loads of decentralization there in terms of the community. And then when it comes to the governance of the network, that will also eventually become decentralized. In terms of our thinking there, we're not going to, from day zero, have a full DAO. I think what I've seen from other projects is DAOs really slow a project down. And so we're going to be doing what I call gradual decentralization, where over time we decentralize the governance more and more until it is a more decentralized autonomous organization. The other thing about the governance is I don't think we'll ever do kind of one token, one vote. I think we'll think about the different roles and responsibilities within the ecosystem and think about how those different participants should be contributing to the governance. So I don't really like the way DAOs currently work in terms of governance. Basically, the person who has the most tokens, i.e. the richest person, has the most control. I think that's a bit weird in terms of power dynamics. So we're going to be thinking through that and making that a lot more nuanced and interesting dependent on the participants of the system.
Okay, sounds good. And I also see some when token questions popping up in here. Are we allowed to answer that, or what's the line there?
Yeah, we can't answer that, but I did give you some alpha in terms of the roadmap, which, given that we're a blockchain project, may give you a hint as to when token. To give you some behind the curtains scene, we're talking about this a lot internally. And I think it comes down to, do you try and release the token earlier in the project's life cycle and capitalize on the positive market conditions, or do you do it a bit more properly and wait until the technology is fully complete? So we're talking about this internally and thinking about it a lot, but I think we want to do the right thing for the community and not just kind of release a token we're a real project in the space here. We're trying to build actual value. So I don't want to just release a token without it having any fundamental technology and utility behind it.
Yeah, totally understand that. And I guess before we get to the secret code, I saw one more question that I will answer, and that is the economy and how the economy will work. And we're really focused on the creator economy and having user-generated content be a big part of the metaverse. And that would definitely be a better business model than I think we see today. That's very top-down. This would be more of a circular economy. That's what we're hoping and shooting for. But I know you all have been waiting for the secrets code, so I'm going to hand the mic over to Dagan so he can give that all to you.
Hey everyone, thank you again for coming. I've been teasing this in the chat throughout the whole AMA. The secret code is 8910. 8910. I'll put it in the chat as well. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks, everybody.
I'm going to play some music.
Thanks all for coming. Really good to see everyone live in the
Thanks
metaverse.
for coming. Thanks for coming to the metaverse and also watching as a stream too. Hope to see you soon.
Thanks,
next
everyone.
month, and some morning, some night. Bye.
Some morning, some night.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, Bill.